back in 4th and 5th century BCE. Democracy as a government is established in Athens, Greece. It practiced the opportunity to participate in the political arena and, above all, the freedom to express any opinions without censorship or restraint.
May karapatan ka sa paghambal kung anong gusto mo ihambal.
Yung napapahayag mo yung sa loobin mo, yung opinion mo.
Opportunity ka mo bisa negative or positive ang bala mo sa isa tao, pwede.
Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that everybody has the right to express, has the freedom to express opinion. At the same time, this expression of opinion should not be subjected to any interference, and this is regardless of any medium or any frontiers. So basically, this teaches us that everyone has the right to express whatever he or she is thinking without any interference, without any fear that somebody would stop him or her from expressing what are the contents of his or her heart.
This Universal Declaration of Human Rights,
I believe that there is truth to that particular statement. But although all of us are granted the right to express our own opinion, there is a fact that many people are still afraid to express their own opinion. That's why not everybody receives that particular right, in the sense that not everyone is free to express her or his opinion. Particularly, there are certain limitations in the expression. So this may be limited by many factors. There are culture, there are countries, there are governments which will not allow their citizens to express freely.
And the birth of the internet paved the way to exercise the freedom of speech in a wider scope, the online world.
Right now, we have to admit that internet is really part and parcel of our existence. It is considered as a widely used medium for expression, considering the fact that indeed the world right now has become, because of the internet, to be a global village. And just a click of a finger, we can reach places. We are able to access various information.
Freedom of speech, the independence of the internet, means that anyone can express their opinion about anything and make their thoughts available online to the worldwide audience in a much more faster way than before because of the internet. The internet gave people total independence. It enabled them to fully express themselves on social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, and among many others.
Social networking sites which allows us to express our own opinion. So undeniably, especially in the present generation, people are independent with internet. Students, teachers, workers, and even and everyone else. Everything is now dependent on the internet. So that's the reason why it has become also a very convenient medium for us to express our heartaches. Such, for example, Facebook. We have to admit that who among us here would not have a Facebook account? Majority of the population already do have a Facebook account. Even old people, even some of our parents whom we think are not already able to cope with the demands of the present time do also have their own Facebook accounts. They share information, they share their thoughts on particular issue and or concerns through the internet. So admittedly, the internet has become a very convenient and available medium for us to express our own opinion.
Social media and blogs create discussions and debates. Status updates, tweets, blog posts enable people to practice the right to freedom of expression. But there are instances where this freedom is abused. But nevertheless, social media, blogging, and the whole world of the internet is the manifestation of the freedom of speech.
Internet is like an open mic platform. It offers extraordinary opportunities for speakers, for everyone, to freely express his or her opinions about anything, reaching and involving other people worldwide.
Relying on the freedom of speech on the internet, there are advocates of free speech and advocates of filtration control.
The freedom of expression here in the Philippines is actually guaranteed by the 1987 Constitution under Article 3 of the Bill of Rights, Section 4, which actually states that no law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and petition the government for redress of grievances. Now, I would like to discuss actually the right to freedom of expression here in the Philippines is particularly important for media because it plays a special role as the bearer of the general rights to freedom of expression for all. However, freedom of the press is not necessarily enabling freedom of speech or of expression. Judith Lichtenberg of Georgetown University actually has outlined conditions in which freedom of the press may constrain freedom of the speech or of the expression. For example, where the media suppresses information or stifles the diversity of voices inherent in freedom of speech. Lichtenberg argues that freedom of the press is simply a form of property right summed up by the principle, no money, no voice. But nowadays, as new media technologies inundate our daily world, we actually face a dilemma. Should we uphold freedom of speech or of expression at all times? Or should there also be a limit? Facebook, for example, has set certain community standards, and despite the freedom that it gives to its users, Facebook can actually remove posts if it is in violation of their own community standards. Take the case of Ed Lingao. Facebook has recently struck down or removed some of his posts wherein he tries to criticize the government for coming up with the decision to allow the burial of Marcos in the libingan ng mga bayani. In fact, it's not only him. Several other people who shared his particular post were eventually not allowed by Facebook to use their Facebook accounts for the next 24 hours. And Facebook was saying that these are the people who actually violated their community standards, which says that they primarily remove content or disable accounts and work with law enforcement when they believe that there is a genuine risk of physical harm or direct threats to public safety. Now, I would like to leave that particular note to all of you guys. In the case of Ed Lingao, when he made that particular post, is there really harm? Or is public safety actually at risk? Now, I would like to end this particular discussion by asking you this question. At what point do you think would you consider calling the shots to end someone else's freedom?
Citizen journalism, I believe that everybody has the right to tell his or her own story, and that every person is a story, and that is why the most vital, one of the most vital sources of information that journalists can tap are the citizens, or the readers itself, because I think that citizen journalism empowers citizens, that their voices are heard, that they are also considered as credible sources. However, this is empowering in terms of readership, in terms of reach. However, the problem enters when there's already abuse to the benefits of citizen journalism. And in terms of Mocha Uson, I really do not have any problem with her opening her blog, well, Facebook page. It's not so much of a blog. I don't have any problem with it. The problem, because, well, that's her right. That's her right. Even Facebook knows that it is right. She has right to express herself, no matter how crass it might be, no matter how weird or twisted or skewed her mind is. But the problem is with her, what she's doing right now, I don't think that is already freedom of expression. I think that's already abuse. Because even though she is expressing her opinion, she is insinuating. I mean, this woman is, and I'm not trying to slut shame her or anything, but this woman is a starlet. She is a sexy star who rose to fame because she is a staunch supporter of Rodrigo Duterte. And because of this, she claims that she is the quote-unquote media of the people, which is totally ridiculous, because I do not think that she knows how it is to be an actual journalist. I mean, this woman has the gall to call Inquirer, to call Rappler, to call ABS-CBN as prostitutes. I mean, the term in itself, the root word is so crass that sometimes it's just plain stupid, you know?
During the web's infancy, there was little to no regulation over the internet. This was due to the fundamental understanding that the web was a tool to communicate. But the same cannot be said to the web we have today. Considered as an information superhighway, while still relatively young, the internet seems like another world within our world. As powerful the internet is and will be, the idea simply means that those who have the most control over the internet also have the most control over communications in real life, and it has yet to be proven whether these may be beneficial or proven to be harmful.